Hello, I'm Seth, and I'm from Nelson Tiny Houses, and we just want to share with you a little clip from episode 6 where we talk about roofing and flashing and siding. There are so many options, and we are going to show them all to you. What kind of roofing might be the best for you, what kind of siding might be the best for you. We'll give you all the pros and cons so that you can make the best decision possible. And then of course we're going to show you how to put your trim on the house and how to flash it all properly. And that's just this episode. There's 15 episodes in total in this series, and the list of all of the things we're going to share with you is just too long for me to go into it now, but you can go to our website and check it out if you want more information. I hope you find this little clip useful. I'm just talking about the different kinds of exterior stains that we use. And again, if you want more information at the end, click on our website. So I just want to show you some choices for stain on the outside of the house. Obviously, there are hundreds of options out there. I'm just going to show you 3 that we use. And of course, no matter what product you're using, it's important to read the directions on the container. But if you're not going to do that, one of the biggest things to be aware of is temperature. You don't want to be putting things on when it's too cold normally, and you don't want to be putting things on when it's too hot, and especially not in direct sunlight. You should always find a shaded place to apply whatever it is you're applying. And the 3 products that we're showing you, they're kind of going from the most toxic to the least toxic. We do use a combination of all of them. We really like, for exterior trim, we really like this product Sikkins. I believe anywhere in North America you could probably find it. We tend to use this with fir. We really like fir as an exterior trim. For tiny houses, it's not as ideal as cedar just because it's heavier, but we happen to have a lot of it, and it's really beautiful, especially if you put this product on it. We tend to get the teak colored Sikkins, and this product comes in kind of a 2-part system. There's a number 1 that it acts as a sealer, and then there's a 2-3, which is meant for the second and third coat. And here we are putting it on some fascia. I really like it because it really does hold up to the test of time. And that's something to think about. Even if a product isn't necessarily very green, if it's going to last for a long time and help your house last for a long time, and you don't have to redo it every 5 or 10 years, in a way, that's kind of green. So it's a bit of a compromise when you're looking at different products. You can see these 2 pieces of fascia. One has got 1 coat of 1 and 1 coat of the 2-3, and then the other one is all done. It's got 3 coats in total on it. And just to say again about fascia, it's really important, if you're going to use wood, that it's really well protected, because fascia really does get beat up by the elements. You can also not use wood for the fascia. You could use some sort of composite material, like a concrete based, or use metal as your fascia, and that'll last, of course, forever. We really love using wood, so this is what we're doing for our fascia. And then we're also using the Sikkins on all the trim around the outside of the house. The other stain that we're using on this house is a product called Broda. It's fairly eco-friendly, and it comes in multiple different colors. We got the darkest one that we could, and we're actually burning this TNG with a tiger torch. We'll show you how we do that. And then we're putting black Broda on it. And then we're also putting some old Broda that we had that was kind of a mist tint color. We're putting that on the back so that all sides of this TNG are coated. And that's partly because we're not using cedar. Ideally, you'd use cedar as much as you can on the outside of the house. It lasts the longest, but it also costs the most around here. So sometimes we use other products, like I think this is spruce or pine. As long as it's really well sealed. Also the burning kind of acts as a level of sealing it. So we feel pretty confident that this is going to last a really long time. And then the third product is basically just iron sulfate. And there is a cool company near Nelson, BC called Lifetime that makes their product out of iron sulfate. You can also make it yourself if you look online, and it's a really cheap way to go, and it also is by far the greenest thing you could do. Doing this with cedar, which is what this little piece of wood is probably your best bet. I'm not totally sure how well it seals and protects the wood, but cedar doesn't really need that much protection. It'll last a long time even with nothing on it. So that is definitely the most eco way to go is this iron sulfate with cedar. And it does come in different colors. It kind of just gives it a weathered look, which it'll get eventually. It does seal it a bit, but again, I'm not exactly sure how much it seals it. So yeah, those are some of the products that we use.